The warden, however, felt great happiness because Riki had lost consciousness from exhaustion and ordered the guards to tie him up because the prison chief would arrive soon and everything had to be in order. The next day, the warden waited with the guards in front of the prison gate, but the chief was late until they all fell asleep. After long hours, the chief finally arrived with his mischievous son. The warden greeted him and welcomed him with new terror. Here, we learn that the chief is evil and arrogant because he finished off one of the prisoners whom he thought had made his son fall to the ground. When the warden and the chief sat down to talk, the warden informed the prison chief that Riki had burned his garden, so he was shocked and had a heart attack, but the warden caught him and got him medicine at the last moment. Then the two went to meet Riki, who was covered in cement and held in an iron cell. As soon as Riki saw the prison chief, he broke his restraints with lightning speed and grabbed him by the neck to finish him off. But suddenly, the huge fighter appeared again and told Riki that the time had come to prove that he was stronger than him. At first, the huge fighter brutally beat Riki and used iron bars to tie his hands, but Riki came back again because he had to achieve his revenge. Then he freed himself and finished off the huge fighter with just one blow. The prison chief's son was terrified by what Riki did. Here, the warden and the chief revealed their true plan and dropped a 2-ton iron wall on Riki to completely finish him off. Of course, Riki pushed the iron wall with all his might, but it was useless. The bigger disaster was that the prison chief attacked him with an electric shock that made him lose consciousness, but luckily, the giant fighter woke up again and saved Riki because he was the only one who could defeat him. As soon as Riki saved his life, he saw a picture of the giant fighter with his mother and told the warden and the chief that they were ruthless animals, but they ambushed him with a secret trap and imprisoned him in seconds. The next day, the prison chief put Riki in a big pit and gathered the prisoners in the middle of the yard. Then he ordered them to bury Riki, but when they refused, he ordered the guards to cold-bloodedly finish them off. In the end, the prisoners reluctantly agreed, and as they were burying Riki, they asked him to endure the torture because the prison chief would bury him underground for a whole week. The warden then came and placed a wooden reed for him to breathe through during this entire period. At night, the prisoners heard Riki playing the flute and knew he was still alive. But suddenly, the Falcon gang leader appeared and blocked the air pipe that Riki was breathing through to finish him off, but it was useless because Riki uses a secret kung fu technique that helps him hold his breath for long days. He also started remembering the painful past. Here, we learn that Riki's sister accidentally saw a gang of drug dealers, so they kidnapped her so she wouldn't report them to the police. When she tried to escape from them, she fell from a tall building. Of course, as soon as Riki saw her body in the hospital, he couldn't bear it and went to get revenge on the gang leader who kidnapped her.